Hi, I'm Bry Cox, BryCoxWORKSHOPS.com, and I've got a question from a photographer, and they're asking, what do you do if someone doesn't hire you? What do you do? What do you do? What do you do if someone doesn't hire you? So, okay, there's a couple aspects of this, and I'll get into this, but let me give you a quick pitch for my website, BryCoxWorkshops.com. I've got free videos. Sign up on my email list, you get a couple free videos that are actually really substantial, as well as full courses if you want to be a member on everything, lighting, sales, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so what do you do if someone doesn't hire you? The first thing is to not be poor, sad victim, poor me, and especially like this is the thing I see on Facebook. I have a lot of photographers that follow me, a lot of friends, and people are typing things like, oh, my life's so hard, you know, I didn't get this wedding, or people are going to the cheap guy, or da-da-da-da, and it's all complaining. So the first thing is to not be in some public way complaining. Now, if you want to complain to your spouse, I guess I can't be very good long-term either, I guess. But, I mean, if you want to talk things over or just kind of like, man, life's tough or whatever, sure. Privately, yeah. Publicly, don't be like, man, poor me. I'm having the hardest month or whatever. Okay, so one, don't be a victim. And two, sometimes it's something you really want, but also just let it go. You know, maybe it's a relative, maybe it's a friend, maybe it's an out-of-town wedding, you know, out of state, something really super amazing. You really want to be a part of it. Just be like, it's okay. It's okay. You didn't hire me. It's okay. But check in with that client and just be like, hey, what were you looking for? And if it's price, right, you could go through my sales course. I got a whole thing on talking about resolving concerns, but maybe it's quality, maybe it's style. Try to get some feedback as to why people did or didn't hire you. I actually had a wedding just recently didn't hire me, but it's because they didn't get married. They were booking it and they pushed it back and they pushed it back and then couple dissolved. So I mean, it could be something like that. You never quite know all the reasons. And maybe just because they go, well, maybe it's a high school senior and they go, we really love your work, but they're giving it to us for free. And you're like, I mean, how do you compete with that, right? It's not going to look as good, but you also can't be Mr. Didactic, teachy preachy. Well, you know, it's not as good and you better hire me, because that's kind of also being the poor victim again. So I guess the biggest thing is stay positive in public, get some feedback, and then also kind of then go through my sales course and think of things that you can do so that when you see the signs of those coming up, you can throw little seeds out, little things to kind of try to direct the change and kind of direct it back towards you. Like sometimes I'll get somebody that hires me for just a bridal and not their wedding, or just an engagement, not the wedding, or maybe the wedding and not engagements or something. They hire different people. And they'll say, well, oh, you're just so much more expensive than so-and-so. I'm like, yeah, right. And I go through my resolving concerns in my sales course. Things like if it's price, I might say, yeah, I mean, for sure. Like here's an actual example happened this week. I'm doing someone's engagement picture. I'm not shooting their wedding. They're getting someone cheaper for the wedding. And he calls me days before the wedding. This is actually, they made a little bit of an order. They were holding off on the bigger order. I came up with samples and things they could buy. They held off on all of it. They called me literally days before the wedding. They go, hey, we really want all of those. Can you just send them to us digitally? Because one, we're under a time crunch to get them done for the wedding. And two, I can get them printed cheaper at the grocery store or whatever. He didn't say grocery store, but that's my term. And I was like, no, not that way. I was like, well, no, but here's the thing. You can pay for them digitally, but it's going to be a lot more expensive. And you can go to the grocery store and they're not going to do a very good job. Or I could print them for you, and this is my price. But either way, I get paid. I get paid whether you buy them this way or you get paid but you buy them that way. And then I make the point, look, my images just look better. Everything you've seen is unretouched. They look way better than anything you're going to get from anybody else, even after retouching. It's just it's my quality, it's the time, but I'm not offended if you don't buy anything. It doesn't hurt my feelings. But give me an idea of what you're looking for. What's your price range? What are you trying to do? You're trying to make a display? And I gave him some options, and he ended up buying quite a bit of things, and now I'm rushing him to get him done for his wedding. But at least I've got a good sale as opposed to somebody just trying to dicker and just say, just give me the files, because it doesn't cost you anything. They're just ones and zeros. Just give them to me, and I'll go print them, right? So it's understanding too what you're creating. And what you're creating is something unique, it's custom, it's personal, and it takes a lot of expertise. It's not just ones and zeros, it's everything around all of that. Okay, hopefully that helps. Let me know, post below, and sign up, subscribe, whatever, all my videos, and check out my website, Bry Cox Workshops, BryCox Workshops.com. All right, until next time, America.